Now, we've talked about people that are ridiculously lucky here on Top 5 Gaming, but what about those who are extremely unlucky? Now, I'd like to say I'm pretty unlucky in Fortnite because would you believe they nerfed the Loot Llama? How could they do such a thing to our beloved Loot Llama? Sorry, guys. I'm leaving Fortnite. It's just not worth going on anymore. Not the Loot Llama. How could they do such a thing? And get this, it gets worse. How unlucky are we? We tell Fortnite that there's a problem with shotguns only dealing 6 damage. And what do? They nerf them even more. What? What do you mean? What? All right, I gotta calm down. This is just too much bad luck for one update. But I think I might feel better after watching this video. Like and subscribe to the channel to prevent more bad luck. And welcome back to Top 5 Gaming, lads, where today we'll be breaking down the top 5 most unlucky moments in Fortnite Battle Royale. Oh my god, somebody just stole my wallet. Number 5, Unlucky Nade Evade. Grenades are a pretty underrated item in Fortnite Battle Royale. I'm sure everyone has seen streamers take out entire squads of people by throwing nades at them, wiping out an entire enemy team, and sometimes even more just by throwing grenades straight at their enemies. But grenades can be pretty dangerous for the person throwing them as well, especially if you mess up throwing a nade. In this clip, we see a guy helping his friend off the ground in Tilted Towers. Obviously, they had just won a pretty messy fight or something like that. However, after reviving his friend and healing up with some bandages, the guy decides to throw a grenade that he just picked up. I'm not sure if he threw it because he was trying to stop an enemy picking them up, maybe to scare his friend, or because he knew he was being snuck up on. But that doesn't really matter either way because it's the result of that nade throw that we care about. The guy was actually in a 1x1 box, and when he threw the grenade, it bounced off of a wall and straight back at him. Now, normally that wouldn't be a problem. You could just build a door out of the area and run away without taking any damage. Well, this isn't a normal situation. The guy does manage to successfully build a door. There's a parking meter right in front of him, blocking him in. It's too late to build anything else, and the grenade explodes, instantly downing him. Unfortunately, there was actually someone sneaking up on them as well, and the would-be prankster gets completely taken out of the game by a shotgun blast to the head. Number 4, Unlucky Door Glitch. Dropping into a location and grabbing a weapon before your enemies is probably the most important thing to do in a game of Fortnite. If you drop into a highly populated area even just a little bit late, chances are that someone already has a gun and they're going to use it to take you out before you can even land in some cases. Salty Springs is one of those highly populated areas, and this poor guy is going to learn exactly why you should never try and get through a door at the same time as a bunch of other people in a crowded area. He swoops into the blue building in Salty Springs, obviously hoping to run down into the secret superhero lair to try and get some secret superhero loot, but the only issue is that there are other people trying to get into the house at the same time, and a door isn't big enough for more than one person. Unfortunately for one of the enemies in this clip, the fact that a door isn't big enough for 2 people led to a pretty unlucky glitch, one that jammed him straight into the doorway, completely unable to move. It was an easy kill for the guy in the clip to take his enemy out, although he does get killed later by a random guy with a rifle from another house, so I guess justice is served. Number 3. Guy goes for a 200 IQ outplay and dies by the easiest play in the book. When it comes to Fortnite Battle Royale, even the best of plays can go wrong, and to be honest, this play is actually a pretty good one. At this point, pretty much everyone knows that you can enter the edit menu on the structure and then look through the gap as if it weren't there. Even if you don't actually edit the structure itself, this strategy can lead to some pretty awesome kills, and to be honest, it was used pretty much perfectly in this clip. Through his vantage point on his structure, this guy could see pretty much everything that the player down below was doing. The second that he saw the other player and knew where he was, the guy locks in the new build option, drops down, and shotguns him straight in the face, killing him instantly. Like I said, it was a pretty awesome outplay, so you might be wondering where the unlucky moment comes into the action. Well, things get unlucky as soon as our out player goes to collect on his much-deserved loot after scoring the kill. I mean, there's a jump pad and a sniper rifle in there, and who wouldn't want to collect on their rewards? Well, he walks into the room and gets taken out by a trap in the ceiling that had been covered by a wall, and so he couldn't see it when he was walking in.
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
Pretty depressing to see someone pull off a pretty smart play and then get taken out by the oldest play in the book.
Oh no!
Number 2, cocky player gets trapped immediately after flaunting a trap kill. Getting a trap kill in Fortnite Battle Royale can make you feel really good. I mean, traps are just sort of there, so to get any kills with them or to do any damage with them, you have to wait for someone to walk into them, or if you're really smart and risky, some sort of kill box, or you can now use the pads that they've added in. But this clip doesn't have any kill boxes, but it does have one really cocky player and some trap kills. The guy manages to deal a bunch of damage with a trap and then takes them out with a hand cannon. Obviously pretty pleased with the kill he just got on his enemy, he walks under the trap and then starts doing the clap emote, but I guess he was being spectated or something. And you should never be cocky in a video game. It's like tempting fate. If you start being cocky or acting like you're the best, then something will pretty much always come along to take you down. And in this next clip, that happens basically instantly. After doing his little clap emoji, the guy walks up to the next level of the building, but what he doesn't realize is that there's a trap waiting for him up there. Clearly, the guy doesn't see it, and he walked straight under the trap, and it's pretty ironic that a guy who just showed off and flaunted after getting a trap kill got killed by a trap himself instantly after, but I guess that's just how karma tends to work in these situations. Honorable mention. So me and another guy sniped each other today. Bullets are pretty interesting in Fortnite Battle Royale, and that's because depending on the type of weapon that you're using, bullets will actually work in different ways. When it comes to pretty much any bullet weapon in the game, you don't have to lead your shots or fire above people to drop your shots down onto them. That's because most of the guns in the game work by the way of something called hit scan. You fire a bullet and then the server registers it instantly where it would have hit. Snipers, however, work completely differently. When it comes to snipers, you do have to lead your shots and account for the drop of your bullets because they do not work by hit scan. They work as actual projectiles. Back in the past, before a patch changed things, 2 people could fire a sniper at almost the exact same time and then both bullets would end up hitting, killing both of the guys. That unlucky scenario happens in this clip and ends up taking both of them out. Luckily, this interaction has been patched out now, meaning that whoever fires off a shot first will always be the one that scores a kill. Meaning no more unlucky moments like this one. Honorable mention number 2. Always think about what you're exploding. Honestly, this clip is probably one of the craziest things I've seen in Fortnite Battle Royale, and the way it ends actually brings a tear to my eye. This clip starts off with a guy running into an enemy while firing a rocket launcher to destroy all his structures. At this point, it should be an easy kill, right? He's out in the open with no chance of building anything else before the guy guns him down. But no, he has a portafort. Instead of choosing to continue his siege on his enemy, the guy does something I was not expecting. He throws down a portafort of his own. Then he throws down a second portafort to get the advantage in height, and he jumps off his own portafort and rockets the enemy straight in the face, killing him. But this is where things go from awesome to unlucky because the guy forgot that they were fighting on the top of the mountain. When he jumped off of his own portafort and blew out the side of his enemy's portafort trying to kill him, he actually left a giant hole over the edge of the mountain, a hole he went flying through. Yes, he may have killed his enemy in what might be the coolest way possible, but he also fell to his death. You should always think about what you're exploding and look before you leap, or something like that. Number 1, Gold Scar, like if you cry every time. Legend has it that there's a vending machine somewhere out there in the universe of Fortnite Battle Royale that will give you a golden scar for the low price of only 500 wooden blocks. While that may be a lot of wooden blocks, it's a fair trade for what is most likely the best and most reliable weapon in Fortnite. Well, turns out this is not just a legend, but it is a truth, as this guy just found out. He came across the Golden Scar vending machine, and he just knew he had to have it. The guy went around the local area, clearing out all the wood he possibly could, all in hopes of getting that Golden Scar, even risking the damage of the storm to be able to get it. In the end, he was able to pick up the Golden Scar, but he also took 20 damage in the storm. He went to a nearby chest, hoping for a medkit to heal up his damage so he wouldn't be so easily one-shot by certain weapons, but luck was not on his side, or rather luck was too much on his side for his own good. There was no medkit in the chest, and instead there was another shining gold scar. Yep, that's right, even though he worked so hard to clear out the wood in the local area, only to give all that wood up for the scar, he just ended up finding one anyway. Like this video if you cry every time. I mean, I guess it could have gotten worse. He could have gone for the vending machine and just instantly gotten sniped. That's still pretty unlucky, though.
A few moments later.
But that has been our list of the top 5 most unlucky moments in Fortnite Battle Royale. Make sure to click that like button and subscribe to the channel, or you'll experience 10 years of bad luck. Use the extremely handy form in the description below to submit any clips that you'd like to Top 5 Gaming. Have a fantastic day, and keep it here on Top 5 Gaming.